All right, guys, I'm going to cut in here because we've got a press conference going on that Austin shooting, and I want to take this. So I'm going to go ahead and take it right away.
In 57 seconds, the first paramedics and officers were on scene actively treating the patients. We had a total of 17 patients on the scene. 14 of those were transported to the hospital. 3 were pronounced dead on scene. Of the 14 patients who were transported to the hospital, 3 were in critical condition. As I said, our condolences go out to everyone that was involved, and we'll be back with more information in the future. I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Thank you, Chief. As has been indicated, our hearts go out to the people that are victims of this, and I want to again reiterate my thanks to our public safety officers and officials that so rapidly were on the scene. They definitely saved lives. And as I've indicated, what we will do is during the course of the day, we will inform you about when we will provide additional briefings. This is ongoing, and we will give you as much information as we can throughout the day. So please follow us, and we'll keep you up to date. But thank you all for being out here this morning. Thank you very much.
Will you clarify if the shooter is part of the three?
All right, just listening into that from.
It always amazes me how they call a press conference just to tell you that later on they're going to call a press conference to maybe give you some information that they're not going to give you in this press conference. I also want to make a note that Texas Mouse, you were the first one back in the stream, and that stream failed. So you ended up third in this one. So I just wanted to put it out there, Texas. You actually did win. You were first in the stream, but then the stream failed. So there you go. So I just wanted to pass that along. I saw you pop up right as I was scuttling the stream down to start a new one. Sometimes when you restart these, I didn't restart OBS, and I needed to restart OBS in order to start a new stream because it didn't quite follow through. Yeah. As some people say, it felt good, but it didn't finish, you know. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. I'm trying to find some more video. There's supposed to be protests. It's more like people looking for protests. I think it's like, it's people literally looking around for protests. But anyway, I came back kind of quick there because I wanted to take that press conference. And apparently there wasn't much information that they gave. And any information that was good was given before I could get it going. But anyway, there you go. We'll get some more information on that on the back end here. All right, yeah, everybody click that like button on there. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe if you haven't done it yet. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, and we are on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern or whenever news breaks. We did 12 hours yesterday. We're probably going to do about, 8 or 9 today. We'll see how it goes. It's been a crazy couple of days. If anybody finds any feeds for any live protests or any new feeds of skylines over there, I'm up for either one. Let me know. All right, there's nothing going on there. Nothing going on there. Let's go. Oh. The same old people with the same old videos. All right, we're hanging in there, guys. I've got, we're going to be going, it's 7:03 on the East Coast, 4:03 on the left coast. and currently 3:33 a.m. in the morning in Tehran, Iran. And we are continuing to cover developments with the war in Iran that was started yesterday. Actually, let me go back. This escalation in a long-going conflict with Iran kicked up yesterday. To say that it's a fresh new war would be disingenuous because we've been in conflict with them for a very long time. And they've killed a lot of Americans over the years with all their terrorism and all of their funding of terrorism and everything else. So, looks like we've got a driving rally going on. Another one of those driving rallies where they stick stuff all over their personal vehicle and drive around town. I guess it's good if you're lazy and you don't want to walk. All right. Well, let me get this going here. All right, there we go. Oh, wow, the camera didn't come back up. That sucks. Oh, wow. All right, well, we just don't need that, I guess, right now. Geez, the camera is not working for some reason. Oh, wow, I'm having all kinds of fun issues now. Well, anyway, let me just tell you guys, we are here live tonight. This is Starship Studios. We've got the live airplane tracker going on over here on the Linux machine, and that is going out live over Starship After Dark. That's at Starship After Dark, and that is a live aircraft tracker showing you all the aircraft in the area and in which way they're moving and the routes that they're flying in. It's pretty cool. You'll see how they're you can even see on the camera that you're looking at now in the two screens back here, you can see them avoiding that airspace. So there you go. And it's also we've also got that here on the main screen on this channel as well. But you can see that over on Starship After Dark. We broadcast a number of different things out of here. This is a neat little studio. I built this in my backyard. And so this is Starship Studios, broadcasting from North Fort Myers, Florida, and broadcasting worldwide on YouTube, the #1 broadcast platform in the world. And you are listening to live audio, and we're watching 6 or 7 different views from the Middle East. And they're switching around. Sometimes they duplicate, but whatever. I've got as many different scenes up as I can get going. Audio is cracking. Audio is crackling. Well, I don't know what could be causing that. Huh. Okay, I just reset the sound card and reset everything. Can you guys give me an audio check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sounds great. Okay, good. I just needed to reset the Scarlet, I think is all that was wrong. I use what they call a Scarlet 2x2, and it takes two XLR mics in, and it is a sound card that goes up with like a professional quality sound card, and that's it's called a Scarlet 2i2, and they're about $100, and they work really well to get quality sound from studio mics into your computer without spending $500 on a big board or something. Yeah, I'm AI. Yeah, no. No, if I was AI, I'd make a lot less mistakes, actually, but, yeah. Mama, what you doing? He's sleeping. Okay, well, it sounds good now. Well, that's awesome. Let's see, what's Trump talking about? Is this something new? I don't know. Let's take it.
Systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives.
All right, just listening in, that was a post from President Trump here just a little bit ago on his return to Washington, D.C. And we are now seeing this, I don't believe, happening right now in the moment, but just moments ago, Marine One touching down there on the South Lawn. You can see in the background being the Washington Monument as this likely unfolding. We'll see what the night unfolds with this. Some 36 hours into Operation Epic Fury. He just landed within the last hour at Joint Base Andrews aboard Air Force One, returning from Palm Beach there in Florida. And obviously all the conversation here on the Sunday.
Yeah, that's one of Trump's little trademarks that he does, where he mispronounces or he overpronounces names. That's a little disrespect thing he does, and I like it. So whatever. Yeah, he won't have to say the Ayatollah Khamenei. He won't have to say that anymore. It's pretty cool. Yeah. What if I could have AI run the whole show, man? Then I wouldn't even have to come out, right? I could just tell the show to go and let me know when you get done, right? I'm sure that would be a big hit. Oh. And aliens are real. The evidence is overwhelming. All right, yeah. This the amount of information they've come out with recently, with the whole alien thing. I mean, it's a bit overwhelming. I think it's neat that that we are definitely in discovery right now. We're in an age of disclosure right now. The government is slowly releasing this information. They're slowly acclimating us to the fact that there is something in nature that's intelligent, that's way beyond us technologically. Whether it's extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, whatever, extratemporal, or just some kind of intelligence beyond that we don't understand. Whatever it is, there is definitely something out there. We see these craft do things that they can't possibly do. Is he going to say anything? See if he says anything. He just got off of Marine One. Or he's getting ready to get off. I thought that was him, but it wasn't. But he's getting ready to get off of Marine One.
U.S. service members that were tragically killed during this conflict there in the Middle East. We're not sure exactly their identity or the location at this moment, but now President Trump walking off. You can see the flash bulbs in the distance on this evening hours. Let's just listen in here on Live Now. All right, you're just listening in there.
Oh, there you go. No comments. That's a lot of times he takes these little opportunities, and sometimes he doesn't. It depends on if he has something he wants to say. Yeah, head case. That's exactly my point that I've always made. I've always said this. Look at this. There is 10,000 credible UFO reports every year that's reported to MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. Many of these reports are verified to be accurate as best they can. They've interviewed the people. They've done all this. Now, let's say that 99% of every report made is complete bullshit. That still leaves hundreds of valid reports of UFOs over the course of years. So, I mean, even if 99% of it's bullshit, are you telling me 100% of it's bullshit? I mean, because I can't go that far. It's the same thing with ghosts. It's the same thing with intelligences and things like that. It's the same thing with Sasquatch, for Christ's sake. Do I think there's actually a Sasquatch running around and we've just never found one? No. There has to be another scientific explanation. It's extra-dimensional, extraterrestrial, or extra... whatever. See, if it's extraterrestrial, that means it's from another solar system. If it's extra-dimensional, that means it's from some other parallel or some other different reality other than ours. And of course, if it's extratemporal, that means that it's out of time. It's us, but it's a different time. Okay? So when you look at it, those are the three possibilities for what these aliens are. All right? They have to be one of those three things. We know they're not the Ruskies, okay? We know they're not some secret society that's got warp drive or something. But we also know these things exist, and these UFOs, these unidentified, the UAPs they're talking about now, and all this unidentified aerial phenomenon, and now they're calling them unidentified. What is the other word they're using now? I don't know. It's completely. They've taken all the words that mean anything out of it because we don't know what they are. Are they aircraft? Probably not. They go into the sea and they go into space. We've seen both. So they're not aircraft, they're spacecraft. I mean, do they fly using standard aeronautics? No. Do they use the principles of lift? No. They don't have wings. A lot of them, most of them don't have wings. How do they move? Some kind of propulsion drive? Well, no, there's no heat plume. There's no heat coming out. We don't see a heat source. It's moving at Mach 12 and we don't see a heat source. Oh, it just made a right turn. We see these things moving in such a way that would destroy our most hardened technology. They move in a way that is just, it's incredible to us. And yet, We can't explain what they are or where they come from. It's kind of crazy. Why is my camera glitching out like this? What the shit? Something's wrong with my camera, guys, and I don't know what it is. I guess I should have restarted the whole computer. Boy, that's just messed up. That's just messed up. Let's see if I can reset this thing. Man, something is completely garfed up with this. There we go. That should fix it, hopefully. I reset the camera, restarted it. Yes, we have to control inertia, but even we have to be able to use energy fields to control gravity. That's the bottom line. That's what we have to finally do. But I agree with you on that. I mean, but what I'm trying to say is, these things can move at speeds that we can't attain. They can turn at rates that would destroy any of our technology or any of our people that tried to do it. Look, if you're doing Mach 12, which is faster than we can go in anything, if they're going Mach 12 and they suddenly make a left turn, that means everything, like if you were inside that cockpit at Mach 12, you would already be unconscious, okay, because of the acceleration factor getting there. And then when it made the wild right turn, you would literally be squished into water on the side of the ship. I mean, it would, the forces, the tidal forces on your body would be so absolutely immense that you would be vaporized. You would literally be vaporized. And so, oh, is the blue Texan back? They're not ours, and they're not China, and they're not Russia. They're not human, at least not from this time period. That's why it's either us from the future, or it's people that traveled here from another solar system, or it's people who have somehow traversed the void between realities, whatever you want to call it, between universes. So I don't know how this works. I mean, the only other explanation is it's people from heaven checking up on us or something like that. I mean, I'll entertain anything at this point. But I know one thing. These things are eluding our spacecraft. We've got video and audio of our guys getting up behind one of these things. And they get up behind this thing, and they're at full throttle. And they pull up behind this thing. They're going well over Mach... They're probably going near Mach 2. They pull up behind this thing. And they get a tone and lock on this thing, and it pulls away from them, and they can't see it 3 seconds later. That's how quick it pulled away from them. And they're not able to shoot this thing because it travels faster than their missile. It travels faster than anything they fire at it. So how do you fight something? We have something that's playing around with our planes out there, that's moving at 6, 8, 10 times the speed of our fastest aircraft. And it's making turns that would turn our guys into little specks of water, little specks of liquid. And we see them entering the water and coming out of the water and going up into space. And I mean, our ships have been monitoring these things out in the ocean. Why do you think they're going in and out of the ocean? Everybody think about why would they go in the ocean? What's down there? A bunch of fish? No, what's down there is the best place to hide your base. Look, if ocean pressure is not a problem, You've got shielding, you've got bubbles, shield bubbles. Okay? Ocean pressure is not a problem. What's the best place to hide? We've got probes flying around the moon. We see the backside of the moon. We see everything in space. We've got telescopes shooting everywhere in space. The one place we don't monitor is the seafloor, especially at depth. And so I believe they're here. They're watching us. We rarely see them because we only see them when there's some kind of equipment failure. And when we see them, they fly back and they fix their craft and we don't see them again for a while. But they're in the ocean because we're a ball. We can see everything around us. We can see everything on the surface. Other than Antarctica, we've checked everything out, okay? But the seafloor is beyond our reach at this point. It's extreme depth. And so that would be the place to hide the base. Think about that. That's where they're at. They're down in our oceans. That's the best place to hide. No one can even look there. We can look in space. If we saw your craft in space, we could actually launch something towards it in a few months. But if you were down in the ocean, we would never know you were there. And you could enter and exit the ocean anywhere you want and no one would ever know you're there. It's perfect. And what better way to measure everything about the earth than down in the oceans? And so I honestly believe that's literally what we're dealing with here. We're literally dealing with an alien species. They could be the species that even seeded us here. I don't know. But an alien species that's using our oceans as a discrete base so that they can monitor our activity. I do believe that's what's going on. I don't believe they've made contact. Man, that rain's just about to come down on me here. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I got to run outside, make sure everything's ready for some rain. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. But stay with us. The coverage continues. This is live, continuing coverage of the situation in Iran, as well as the related protests around the country. So please do stay with us tonight. And we will be back in just a few minutes. I just need to take a break. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to keep up the ambient sound in the background also in case the sirens go off. I'll be back in just a few minutes. My name's Ian. This is the Sights and Sounds of Worth on Starship Adventures. We'll be back in just a minute.
Howdy, hypocrite whore, with your blue hair and signs. Time to roast your ridiculous rallies. Draw the lines. Y'all scream for chaos and our law and order fools, while truth hides in the corner, breaking all the rules. From another evil universe, illogical and wild, irrational, unrealistic, like a brainwashed child. Look at these woke weirdos, strange as they come, marching for no king's rallies and freeing Maduro dumb. He's a dictator crushing folks, but y'all cheer his name. Hypocrisy central, playing the same old game. Gays for Hamas, honey, that's a killer twist. They toss you off a roof, but you're on their list. Screaming about equality while backing the hate from parallel evil worlds, sealing your fate. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Woke weirdos wailing in the snow, what a damn joke, bro. Banging pots and pans like toddlers throwing fits, while law and order laughs at your hypocrite bits. Upside down flags, frog suits, lawn chairs in the street. Y'all call this resistance, nah, it's elite retreat. Waste of time, waste of air, waste of every costumes, that's your master plan. Portland's parade of freaks, looking like a bad fan. Shining lights in windows, keeping agents up all night. Trying to play hero, but you're just a sad sight. Aztec dancers twirling giant birds on parade. Puppets in the rain, man, y'all got it made. Non-binary noisemakers with whistles and horns, honking like geese, showing off your thorns. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Blue-haired banshees in the snow, putting on a clown show. Throwing snowballs at badges, then crying oppression. Grow up already, that's just regression. Gays for hammers, no kings, then dictator love. Your logic's from hell, pushing shove after shove. Waste of time, waste of tears, waste of taxpayer cash. Abolish eyes, now abolish your trash. Y'all scream no fascist USA while causing the jam, harassing the heroes who protect from the scam, calling for blood when your side's in the wrong, then play the victim when the heat comes along. Overweight activists jumping on cars, megaphones blaring, queer folks dancing the taser, their safe spaces scaring. Back in Venezuelan thugs and molesters galore, pretending you're saints, what a hypocritical bore. Over 1,000 events, what a massive waste. Tiny towns full of trust fund kids, all red-faced. Soros scripts in pocket, following the herd, chanting ice must go like it's a magic word. Ignoring the criminals, the rapists they cage, while y'all rage irrational, turning the page from evil parallel realms where truth's locked away. Unrealistic dreams in your woke display. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a total no-go. Woke widows, blue hairs, freaks in the snow go. Banging pots, blowing whistles, honking like fools, while law and order enforces the rules. Frog suits, lawn chairs, upside down rags in the breeze. Your whole damn movement's a disease. Waste of time, waste of life, waste of everybody's night. Get a real job, dipsticks, or just fade from sight. Hypocrites hollering for freedom they hate, backing dictators while sealing our fate. No kings one day, then free Maduro the next. Your brains must be twisted, completely perplexed. Gays cheering Hamas where they meet their end. Illogical love for the enemy friend. Strange woke warriors from universes askew. Truth has no home, it's banished from you. So here's to you and our law and order crew. Keep wasting your weekends, we've got better to do. Your absurdity's epic, your hypocrisy grand. 6 minutes of sass, now disband. Stay woke, weirdos, or better yet, wake up for real. Law and order prevails, that's the deal.
Alrighty then, this is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian, this is Starship Adventures, and we are broadcasting live tonight from our studios in Southwest Florida, and we are broadcasting worldwide on YouTube. It's nice to see everybody. Hello tonight, and we are going to be on for a while longer, probably another 3.5 hours or so. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what's going on. All right, let's get back to the grid. Right now, we've got a bunch of different scenes from... Okay, that was weird. My mic reset on its own that time. Yeah, I'm having some issues here, guys, but we're going to keep right on going through it. It doesn't matter. The ambient sound you hear in the background is live sound from the Middle East. All right, yeah, I'm taking breaks, guys. My throat is bad. It's hurting. I've talked about as much as I can talk. I had to run out real quick. I actually had to get a couple things in. That it's about to rain. And I wanted to get, I still had my trunk open and half my groceries still in the back of the car. So I wanted to get in here and get on the air. So it is what it is. I had to go finish that up and get everything closed up out there. And I also have cat food out for the strays and stuff. And I bring all that in when it's going to rain so I don't waste food. Time for a gummy bear. Yeah, tell me about it. I got them down there. I'm probably going to open them up before it's over. Mama don't eat gummy bears, but I do. All right. Yep, so there's a lot going on tonight. I'm going to check for updates here and see where we're at. The family of retired FBI Special Agent Robert Levenson said the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei does not erase Iran's responsibility for the father's kidnapping and presumed death, renewing their call for accountability nearly 2 decades after he disappeared in Iran. Levenson was working as a private investigator when he vanished in 2007 after traveling to Iran's Kersh Island. He had reportedly taken part in an unauthorized CIA mission and was presumed dead in 2020. For nearly 19 years, Iran has lied, obstructed, and refused to answer for any kidnapping, detention, or the death of Robert Levenson. They say that he was taken by Iranian officials in 2007, held for years without basic human rights, denied contact with his family, and never returned home. So this is the kind of people that when the left comes in here and they're like, we shouldn't be attacking Iran, they didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, really? This guy suffered to death in their custody, okay? The family directly blames Iran leadership, saying Khamenei led the regime responsible for these crimes, while noting that his death marks a significant moment. They stressed that it does not erase what Iran did to our father, and it does not end our fight for accountability. I guess, okay, I could say something smart-ass there, but I'm not. I was going to say, we're going to get it in the next life, too. I mean, I think they've probably killed most of the people that were involved in this. I don't know, maybe not. They also expressed gratitude for President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio for confronting Tehran, saying that they were grateful for efforts to recognize and address Iran's long-standing practice of wrongful detention of American citizens. Now Iran must do what it has refused to do for nearly 2 decades, the family said, calling on the new regime to provide full accountability, return Levenson's remains, and disclose the truth about his kidnapping, imprisonment, and death. Our family will not stop demanding the truth, and we will not stop demanding justice. That's powerful. I mean, and that's the kind of shit that Iran does. I mean, that's the kind of people we're dealing with here. This is the kind of people that the left is protecting right now. Once again, the left loves the dictators. The left loves the horrible people. The left loves people that treat women like shit, that treat different races like shit, racist people. They hate Jewish people for no explicable reason. And yet they're supposed to be the party of compassion, the party of compassion. They love Iran. They love Iran. I mean, come on, it's Iran. Let me tell you something. Biggest sponsor of terror in the world. And they tortured Americans to death. So just, there it is. It's out there. 22 minutes ago from Fox News, Israel just unleashed new wave of strikes in the heart of Tehran. The Israel Defense Force said the Israeli Air Force has launched a new wave of strikes against Iranian regime targets in the heart of Tehran. The IDF continues to carry out large-scale strikes against targets of the Iranian terror regime. I like when there's 3 paragraphs and they're all 3 basically the same thing. In an initial report, the IDF said the operation was guided by military intelligence and marked an additional phase of attacks against the Iranian capital. They tracked him for months. Strike followed months of tracking Iran's supreme leader. U.S. and Israeli intelligence agencies had tracked Iran's supreme leader for months before launching a strike. Timed to a high-level meeting with dozens of top commanders, a move officials say was executed after surveillance revealed a rare gathering of senior regime officials. I wonder if they had a designated survivor. Just wondering. Anyway, what an incredible way to start this sort of. You guys know what a designated survivor is, right? I don't need to. Yeah. Real quickly, a designated survivor. Anytime they have all of the people in succession in one room, like they're going to do a joint session, like we do when we do the State of the Union address. Anytime we do that, someone on the down on that list, someone on that list of successors has to go to Colorado or somewhere and be sequestered away. Because if something were to happen, and a nuke go off in D.C. or something, there needs to be someone within that chain of command to take over. And so there always is an assigned designated survivor, and that's what it's called. They've even made a movie about it, I think. So I wonder if they had a designated survivor, because if they did, I think he's in charge right now. Yes. Yes, and that was another one, too, the Iran hostages. Jimmy Carter couldn't deal with that. Jimmy Carter never could deal with that situation. He couldn't. He couldn't deal with 300 days, and Ronald Reagan takes over. They swear that man in. He goes, "Will," and they swear him in. And the first thing he does, he gets in the White House. He says, "How does this phone work?" And he calls over there and he says, "Yeah, those hostages. Yeah, I'm sending choppers to get them." Okay. Yeah, because you know what'll happen. Okay. All right. Bye. Because he meant business. Jimmy Carter didn't know where the business was even kept. I doubt he had the keys to turn. He was just, I don't know. He was a weak man. He was a good man. Don't get me wrong. On a personal level, I think Jimmy Carter is one of the best presidents we've ever had. On a professional level, I think he was worthless. He was probably the second worst president we've had in modern history, right behind Joseph Robinette Biden. Apparently, the Strait of Hormuz, which you guys know is big deal. This region became a flashpoint Sunday after U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran under Operation Epic Fury triggered electronic warfare activities and multiple attacks on vessels along one of the world's most critical energy waterways, according to reports. The sudden escalation followed a February 28th warning from the U.S. maritime authorities urging commercial vehicles to avoid strategic waterways if at all possible, including the Persian Gulf, Gulf of Oman, the Arabian Sea, and other areas with heightened security risks. It is recommended that vessels keep clear of this area if at all possible, according to the advisory. The Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, and adjacent waters are the most dangerous place right now for commercial shipping. This according to the head of maritime security, BIMCO, told Fox News Digital. Find out what else maritime authorities had to say. Let's see here. What is an okay, so that's basically what we got. We've got a situation where the Iran is attacking, is possibly going to attack some of our ships. I think there's already been at least one attack. All right, I do want to take this and show you guys this. We missed most of this earlier. We caught like the last 2 minutes of it. So since we're here, we've got a new crowd coming and going. I want to go ahead and play President Donald Trump's remarks from just a little while ago. This is a 6-minute video, and I'll play this for you. Let me just get this screen turned on so you can watch it and listen to it. There we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going to leave the sounds up in the background. Like I said last night, before the attacks last night, we would hear the air raid sirens going off on these audios. So I'm hoping it's that way tonight. We're going to see in just a minute. But in the meantime, I can't believe that just reset like that. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, guys. It was getting ready to play me the video, and then as it starts to play and I go, the page refreshes, and now I can't get it to get back to this video again so I can play the damn thing. Oh, this is just stupid. This is just absolutely stupid. I'm in a different browser and it won't load the player. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's something going on with the web or something. Everything seems good here on this end. Yeah, you know, code enforcement down here is a mixed bag. Like you go to, like I'm in Lee County, they're reactive only. Lee County will never go out and try to find code violations. They only deal with violations that are called in by other residents. But we've got Cape Coral here, which actually actively patrols every street in their city and writes every violation up that they see. They're pricks. So there's, you know, code enforcement should be reactionary. It does not need to be proactive. okay? Because it's not a problem unless it's a problem, right? Unless they want to make it a problem. Cape Coral's bad. I think they got the Gestapo handbook over there, a bunch of tyrants. They're the ones that tried to eliminate public comment from their meetings and got their pee-pee spanked. Bastards. All right, so here's the president. This is from just an hour and a half ago. Hold on, I gotta fucking switch the audio. God, I hate Windows. I gotta tell it where to send the audio, or you won't be able to hear the damn thing. It's raining outside pretty good right now. All right, here's the president.
The United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America," or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, so that was the message that the president sent out not long ago, about an hour and a half ago. Let's see what else we got going on here. Ooh, man, it's raining here. It's not a lot, but it's raining here. I'll take it. Whatever I can get, I will take it. You kidding me? I will take it. Damn it. Yep, and then the other one was, let's see here, let me get this going. Here's the, this is the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, and he's talking about what they're going to be doing to assist with us in this war. Here we go.
Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation in the Gulf and explained that the United Kingdom was not involved in the strikes on Iran. That remains the case. Our decision that the UK would not be involved with the strikes on Iran was deliberate, not least because we believe that the best way forward for the region and for the world is a negotiated settlement, one in which Iran agrees to give up any aspirations to develop.
They're unwilling to do that. That's why this is happening.
Our partners in the Gulf have asked us to do more to defend them, and it is my duty to protect British lives. We have British jets in the air as part of coordinated defensive operations, which have already successfully intercepted Iranian strikes. But the only way to stop the threat is to destroy the missiles at source, in their storage depots, or the launchers which are used to fire the missiles. The United States has requested permission to use British bases for that specific and limited defensive purpose. we have taken the decision to accept this request to prevent Iran firing missiles across the region, killing innocent civilians, putting British lives at risk, and hitting countries that have not been involved.
Wow, that was really nice of him, wasn't it? We're not going to help you, but you know, yeah, if you want to park your shit here and fuel it, you know, maybe that's okay. Yeah, whatever. Could have used a little more help there, buddy, but that's all right. We don't need you. They all forget so quick how much we helped them in World War II, you know? Yeah, you can't post the links in here unless you're a moderator, and but you can email them to me. You can email them to me right there, and just let me know they're in there, and I'll go get them. I'll pull it up right now. If you post a link, I don't think it'll let it post. I don't know if it, I don't know. I just know that the only people that can actually post links are people I make moderators. I will make everybody a moderator if you hang around long enough. I just got to get to know you first. I like to get to know my moderators a little bit, and then the moment that I feel like it's a good deal, I'll make you one. It's no big deal. And I also make you a moderator over on my Discord as well if you do that. But I also don't just make everybody, I don't just throw out wrenches every day. I like to make sure people have been with me for a little while. All my moderators have been here for months and months and months and months. So, okay, well, Standard, if you want to try to put a link in to a video, then put it in and we'll see if it works. I'm told it doesn't work. I don't know. I don't post a lot of links in other people's videos either, so I'm not sure. I don't want to disrespect our friends over in the UK, but that Prime Minister, man, he came off as kind of a puss. It's like, we decided not to help you, but now, like, if you want to park your shit at our base, I guess it's okay. You know? I don't know. Whatever. They should have our back, man, because we got their back. You know what I mean? If I'm telling you, if they marched in the NATO countries over there, we would be right there with everybody else. Okay, well, that's good. At least you can paste it in. I can copy it back up, and one of my mods can repaste it back in once we sure it's good. We can do it that way. That's cool. Make sure it works, because, I mean, my moderator will click on one of the mods. If you see a link in there, click on it, make sure it's what it's supposed to be, and then share it with everybody. The 950 Pro. Let me see. I think that's the one version up from mine. Mine's out in the car. I think that's one version up from mine. Let me see here. Yes, it is. That's a nice radio. I've got the 880. I got the 880, and that's a really nice radio. And I'm going to tell you is that this radio has some good things and some bad things. But there is a lot of good things. Now, I want to preface something. I'm going to show you guys something, but I don't work for this company, okay? I don't work for this company. I'm simply, I like to share things, and so that's all this is, all right? So I'm going to share this with you guys simply because I'm into radios. I think you guys should be in the radios, even if you're not a ham guy. If you're into survival, if you're into anything just cool and science, it's all radio, man. All right, so this radio here, this is the one he's talking about. It's the Radtel RT950 Pro. Now, I've never actually held this exact radio, but I have the little sister to this radio, and I love it. There's several features about this radio that makes it special. Number one, it's water resistant. I don't use the word proof, but it's water resistant. Notice the programming cable hooks in with a different kind of plug, a Motorola style plug. That's because the radio is more of a sealed unit, and it will handle a little more water than your standard Baofeng would. The other thing that makes this radio special is it is a triple watch radio, meaning that it listens to 3 different channels at one time. And so that makes it really cool. It also tells you the channel name, the channel number, and the channel frequency, all for all 3. It's the one of the first radios to do that. The 880 and the 950, some of the first radios to actually show all 3 pieces of information for all 3 channels, all at one time. Absolutely an amazing radio. I like it. It's got the little meter at the bottom that shows you the strength. It's got little information bars at the top and the bottom. I think this is a great radio, and you know, it's a little expensive. If you want to try something that's almost as good as this and does pretty much everything this one does, the 880 is about $35 cheaper, $30 cheaper. But this radio right here has got a great range. It's 10 watts. It'll probably put out about 9 watts on 2-meter call channel and probably about 7 or 8 watts on 440 call. You're looking at, it's got 3-level power output, which most of the new ones do. But you can also program the buttons on these. They're highly customizable, and you've got all kinds of really cool stuff here. I love these little radios. I don't have this exact one, but look, if you're looking for a radio for a survival kit, this is it. Because look, this radio it's got GPS built in, so you can get coordinates out of it if you need a GPS coordinate. It's got 10 watts. It's got a high power transmit. It's got a great receiver, and it does AM, FM, CB, shortwave, middle wave, long wave. It does all the different. It does basically. It receives on all those different channels. It Bluetooths to an app on your phone, and you can control the radio with your phone. It also programs from the phone, and it's got NOAA in it, no weather radio. All the weather channels are pre-programmed. It's got FM radio in it. All the FM radio stations, like your rock station, your music station, your Fox News station, is in there, 92.5 or whatever. And it's also got a built-in spectrum analyzer, which is really cool. I play with that on my 880 sometimes. So this is a great radio to start out with, but there's cheaper options too. I can show you a radio if you want that is great. This is the UV32. Has 2-channel double watch. Does almost everything this one does, but not quite. This one will actually receive into low band and do some really crazy stuff. This one won't do. But as far as all the good stuff that you're going to use, this one will do it too. And you can get this one for under $50. So it depends on what you want. But anyway, you should have one of these in your box. You should have one of these in your Go box, and you should pull it out every 6 months and charge it, put it back in there. This has USB-C charging, and it charges the battery. That's really nice. Like this one here, it charges right into the battery. You put the USB-C in there and it charges it right through the battery into the radio, so you can use the radio while it's charging. So if you have a battery like this battery, okay, this battery and this radio can operate for about 5 days, 6 days. Just like this, just these two pieces, 5 or 6 days. And I can hook an antenna on this and put the antenna up on top of a 5-story building, and now I've got a base radio that lasts for 10 days. Okay? Really cool. And they got throw wire antennas now that you can build yourself or you can make. You put a little fishing weight on the end, you wrap it all up, you put it in your bag, and then when you get somewhere and you want an antenna, you got 50 foot of fishing line with a fishing weight on the end. You toss it up over the branch, the fishing weight pulls it down. As it comes down, you pull it up, you pull your antenna up, and it's basically a 2-meter 440 multi-band antenna that's just a piece of wire basically. And it's got your positive and your negative poles on it, which 2 poles, that's a dipole. And you can have a great antenna thrown up in a tree. You can be out in the middle of the woods. You can be listening to aircraft, NOAA, commercial radio, ham radio, GMRS, FRS, MURS, and Marine Band. My God, anybody, your local schools. I mean, you can put it all in here. And so I tell everybody, no matter which brand of these cheap Chinese radios you buy, okay, just get one and have it so that when the power goes out and everything's out, you've got a way to listen. I've got my power company in here. I can literally listen to them dispatching the guys to fix the power lines in front of my house. So it's really a cool thing to have. It's really cool if you're out in the middle of nowhere because, like I said, with the throw antenna, you can still get help on this thing. But it's really good in an urban environment because even with this antenna out on your porch on the 4th floor of your condo in downtown Atlanta or whatever, you can pick up some really cool stuff with this thing. It has scan functions, both scanning you can program up to 1,000 channels into it. So I strongly recommend everybody grabbing one of these, and this one's under $50. This one's under $100. You definitely want to get that. It's really good. All right, so let's get back to here. All right, so let's get back to here. Yep. A lot of people are like, oh, I've never gotten into radio. You know how many people have gotten their license because I've talked to them and told them, hey, man, go get your radio license. Get your GMRS license. There's not even a test. It's $35 and you've got a radio license. And you can talk all over the place. There's all kinds of neat stuff going on with GMRS. And you can program those in here too. And you can get your ham radio license and do all kinds of stuff with that. This has 3 different transmittable ham radio bands in it. 2 meter, 1.25 meter, which is 220, and 440, which is 70 centimeters. So really cool stuff. What's going on? Oh, let me check my email. No, I did not get an email from you. Nope, the last thing I got was like 20 minutes ago, but it was, no, I didn't get anything. Sorry. I got the QSL card confirmation from somebody. Everybody, all these hams are finding these places that make you a QR card and send it. And I'm getting cards for people I contacted like 4 years ago in a contest. It's almost annoying at this point. Oh, let me go back. It's annoying at this point. All right. There, really? What a bummer. There is no plan in the United States to cease the 162 megahertz transmissions of NOAA weather radio. Those are big down here. We like them. You got the radios. These radios are actually pre-programmed. I'm not sure. There's my radio station. Some of these, many of these are, you can just hit one or two buttons and the weather channels are right there. But I have, what's great about these radios is like when you're up in the mountains and you're on top of a mountain, when I go to the NOAA weather radio band, the 162 band, when I hit the button everywhere, I can hear a clear channel on every single channel. There's a clear station. I can hear the station in Hawaii. I can hear the station way over in South Carolina. I can hear the station way up north of me in Tellico Plains. I can hear the station way over. It's kind of amazing. So the receive on these is really good. We also, one of the things Joseph and I like to do when we're up in the mountains is we like to go up in the, up on top of a mountain, way up on top, Brasstown Bald, for instance, or up at the overlook up in Hawaii, and we go way up there, and we just bring we bring our ham sticks, you know, just a really good portable radio antenna like this, and stick them on these basic 10-watt radios, and we go up there and we make 60, 70-mile contacts with these things on VHF band. It's really cool. We love to do that. Anytime we're in the mountains, we go up to these big, tall overlooks, and we both get on our radios on 2-meter call and try to make calls with people and make contacts. It's pretty cool. No, I can't hear the battlefield in Ukraine. No. No, I did not email you. I thought you were emailing me. I'm trying to see if I can still find it here. Yeah, I found your email. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let me see if it likes that email address. I don't think that's... I need to get an email address from you. Let me see if this will take me to... Go to channel. Let me try this. I subbed. Of course. I'm trying to figure out how to send you a message. Oh my God, what's the deal? I don't see a button to send you a message or anything. But I'm on your channel. Did you send me an email? Because I don't see an email. Anyway, I'll get back to that in just a minute. I'll keep this up. All right, so yeah, we do a lot of radio discussion on here. If this is something you're interested in, when there's not a war going on, we talk a lot about different radios, different configurations. I talk a lot about how to get around your HOA because of their stupid bullshit rules. And we talk all about different antennas and different radios. We talk HF, VHF, UHF, everything. And so we have a lot of fun on here talking about that kind of stuff, and we talk about contesting and everything else. But that's just a small part of what we do. We also talk a lot about news and science and earth science, especially lots of stuff with earthquakes and volcanoes, lots of weather, storm chasers. We also do police actions, manhunts, pursuits, and all the like, as well as protesting, especially when there's inflatable animals. All right, I got the one with the ISS. I know that one. We put that up every now and then. What's this other one? Global quake. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's over in Europe. I think they even got a troll in that chat room. Trolls don't mess with me, man. They come in there and I hit them hard, man. I don't give a shit. Yeah, those are cool links. I like I said, the space station one. I will use that one on a slow night. I don't think I've done it recently, but I will use that. All right, I'm gonna go back and look through and see if I can find any more videos. Welcome everybody that's just coming in. It's now 8:20 on the East Coast and 5:20 on the left coast, and we are currently watching what's going on in Tehran, Iran, where there's a war going on. It's 4:50 a.m. there. We expect first light in Tel Aviv in about 90 minutes, maybe a little more than that, maybe about 2 hours at the most. So we've made it through a night here with not near as many attacks as we had last night so far. So we'll still be here live when we see first light in Tel Aviv. The flight radar is interesting. What ends up going on there is that you can actually see all the flights literally circumventing. I've got it up here behind me. Let me see. I think I got it right here. Aircraft. There it is. Okay. Here is your current aircraft tracker. And can you tell where the war's going on? Can you guys tell? Isn't that crazy, guys? That is live, by the way. I know it don't seem like they're moving, but it's because we're zoomed way out. There's like 9 countries on this view, but yeah, there you go. This just so you see this. This is all Iran, okay? This is all Iran here. And then this is Iraq in the middle, and then and this is Kuwait down here, and you get further down here, you've got the United Emirates, United Arab Emirates, and then you keep going down. There's Oman and Yemen. These are all these places you hear about all the time, but where we're talking about is right here. This is Israel. And then between Israel and Iran is Iraq, and that's why this is basically a no-fly zone. You do have a few planes coming in and out of Kuwait, but that's about it. You can also see a few flying in and out of Israel, but you can look at this. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you look at this. They're all avoiding it. They've got these things stacked up like cordwood. I bet you these planes can see the 3 planes in front of them blinking. That's how close they are. It's kind of crazy when you look at it, dude. I'm serious. Now they're all at different altitudes, so I mean it's not like it's dangerous. They've got them all on different altitudes and spaced out. So They're kind of double spaced out, if you know what I mean. But yeah, look at that's nuts right there. And then the same thing is happening over Syria up here, above Syria. Look at this way up here. Look at this right here. Look at the flights moving through here. This is live in real time. Look how close these planes are all flying. Again, they're at different levels. You can see the flight levels. I don't know if the resolution's good enough, but you can see the flight levels on there. Flight level, you just take off the last two, just add 2 digits to the end, and that's how high they are. If they're flight level 400, that's 40,000 feet. You can see they're running a lot of these planes really high. They're using much higher altitudes. There's another one at flight level 400. I mean, they're flying these guys a little higher than they normally do. They've got a lot of people to get through to Strait here. I mean, if you lived there, you could look up and see 10 planes right now. I mean, this is kind of crazy when you think about it. I know it's hard to hear me when I'm back like this, but my aircraft tracker is up behind me up here. All right, I'm looking for updates. Well, see, I disagree with the IDF on that. And of course it doesn't matter, but I disagree on that because I actually think it's a good thing to show them, hey, look, asshole, it's not making it through. You know? I think that's important to say, hey, look, it's not, you're not making it through the Iron Dome. It's just not happening. But you know, I get their side of it too. I understand that. We did keep one up last night, and we actually saw several intercepts last night, a number of them actually, 2 different attacks. Each one with multiple intercepts. All right, I'm going to go look again for protest video. And I ask again, if anybody can find any protest video out there from the United States where anyone in this country is live protesting right now, let me know. I'm looking myself, and I'm wondering what the F is going on because there's literally nothing. I think the left is tapped out. I think they're done. I think it's 1, 2, 3, just like in wrestling. Okay? It's done. Because they could not get anybody to show up. They haven't been able to get people to show up for these all hands on deck ICE protests. And you know why I think it is? Because I think people on the left are starting to say, why am I doing this? Why am I protesting for some asshole that's a dictator in a country where people are starving to death and we're running drugs all over the country? Why am I out protesting because I want to save this guy? Why? Why am I protesting because I want to keep all these illegals here? The illegal aliens that are taking my jobs and raping women in my neighborhood? You know, why do I want to do that? I mean, when you think about it, okay, I think a lot of people on the left are going along to get along, and I think the go along to get along is about getting up. And I think it's about up. I think they're done. I think the go along to get along has gotten out and it's run away. I don't think they're going on to get along anymore. And I think that's proven by the fact that every week there's less and less people protesting. Every week there's less and less lunacy. The only lunacy we're seeing right now is things like the State of the Union, when those pompous pricks did what they did at the State of the Union. And you know what they did at the State of the Union? They helped Republicans. Yes, they did. The Democrats went to the State of the Union that night, helped Republicans, and then went home. That's what they did that night. Thank you, Democrats. Now, it's not a me problem if he entered my country illegally. If he entered my country legally and he's on a legal work visa or he's on a legal green card, which I think are actually pink now, and if he's here in any legal capacity at all, then I'll compete with him like anyone else for that job. That's perfectly fine. But I will not compete with people that broke the rules, butted in front of the line, and came here illegally without being approved or asked. And that's my problem. Sarcastic Susie, I think there's a lot of truth to what you say. I do. We see these protests go up as we get closer to the end of the ABT schedule. Yes. And yeah, you're right. Today's the first. They all got their money today. And that's why we can't find a protest anywhere. I've been asking for 3 hours. Find me links, and I know I've got people in here helping me, trying. I appreciate it. I don't think there's anything to find. I'm sitting here looking myself, and I don't know if there's any. All I see is the same bullshit that I always see that's all fake and old and crap. MDG Gaming is live, but he's showing all the same thing I'm showing here. So that's not. He's finding the same. He's got the same problem I do. I don't think there's any video coming out. I'm not saying there's not a single protester standing out there with a sign that says Trump sucks or something. What I'm saying is nobody's broadcasting it. Nobody's putting it out. And normally when protests are really small, a lot of times there won't be a broadcast because they don't want to put out the fact that only 5 people showed up. So I think there's probably some of that tonight. There has been protests in Portland where there's actually more YouTubers there than there is real legitimate protesters. I think deploribus, there may be some truth to that as well. I think that they've spent a lot of money and they've gotten no results. You know, it's return on investment after a while. These rich people are business people, to be exact. And when you're a business person, you're going to look on return on investment. What's my return on investment? And so maybe there is. Maybe it's like, look, man, the money's drying up. What are we doing here? Yeah, well, that's Valkyrie, that's fine. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with people here on visas. If they qualify, I'm fine. If there's people here on green cards, if my father was on a green card, he was married to my mother. He was a Canadian citizen. His mother was Scottish. She was from Scotland. So, I mean, I understand this. I get it. But if you're here legally on a green card, on a work visa, as long as it's legal, I'm 100% cool with it. I hope you get to stay. As long as you're doing it the legal way. That's all I ask. But yeah, I do think there's some truth to that, the whole pay and protester thing. There's a lot of that going on. Just as a matter of fact, last night we showed pictures in Portland of a pile of signs. Do you remember that? There was signs all leaning up against the building. They were all printed signs, nicely, beautifully printed block signs. And then laying on the ground were smaller signs that were all printed and blocked out. And then we saw a shot in LA, and the same pile of signs was sitting in LA, and people were going through them and picking them out. So what that tells me is a truck stopped at every town where there was supposed to be a rally and dropped off a bunch of signs and then drove away. Problem is, I don't think anybody showed up to pick up the signs. Yeah, maybe Trump suppositories will work. We've had a lot of luck with the suppositories, man. We've had a lot of luck with the suppositories. They're fast acting. They're fast acting. And the quickest way to treat an asshole is through the asshole. So there you go. That's, I think, will work. I really do. Yeah, I got live chat on. Yeah, I hate when it does that, but I've actually gotten pretty good about turning that on. I did it about 30 minutes ago. Trump and all. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Yep, VTX Live is another great channel. Also, Scuffed Radio is his other channel, at Scuffed Radio. He does a lot of radio stuff if you're a ham guy. He does tower work. He does all kinds of neat stuff. Check him out over at Scuffed Radio and also at Carlotta Alata. We're all cooperating channels here. So, nope, bad spelling is perfectly fine. I don't want anybody shaming anybody over their spelling. You know what, Drake, you're absolutely correct. The UK is afraid to act because they have so many sleeper cells and so many tens of thousands of Iranians that have illegally or legally infiltrated their borders, that their fear is the retaliation from within. You are ding, ding, ding. You are 100% correct. That's the correct answer tonight. Oh, there it is. There's my bell. Ding, ding, ding. You correct answer tonight on that one. You are absolutely correct. There you go. And I got this one for the next time you spell something wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I promise. All right. Is it the last of the Mohicans? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't like that whole live chat thing because it actually filters out some of the messages my people put in. I would rather they just all show up, but whatever. I guess it's good if the chat room's moving really fast, I guess, because I'll see the messages from people that are sending in more messages, I guess. I'm not even sure 100% how it works. Yeah. Yeah, much of Europe has been completely taken over by Muslim interests, and they're doing the same thing there. A lot of them, like we're seeing here, like with the Somalis in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, like we're seeing with all the fraud in all the different places, including California, New York, New Jersey. I don't need to tell you, you know where it's all at. All this fraud that's going on, all the fraud of state and federal resources and local resources, all this fraud going on, and it's a lot of it is illegals and legal people coming here to this country from the Middle East, and we have slowed that way down. The UK did not slow it way down. They are absolutely losing their culture right now. They're going to be the minority one day. Think about that. Think about that. They'll be the minority one day. Christianity will be the minority religion. There's a number of countries in Europe where the Quran is going to end up being the primary religion in another 10 years, another 5 years. That's scary. We're seeing it here, like places like Dearborn, Michigan, where they actually have Muslim writing on the police patch, Muslim writing on the sign when you drive into town, and they actually have been renaming all the street names after terrorists. Dearborn. Oh, Bohicans, bend over, here it comes. I don't know that I've heard that, but I like it. I like that. Yeah, I'd like to see the UK try to come over here and arrest me. But no, Standard, let me tell you something. That's bullshit what they're doing over there. It's bullshit. You guys got to fight this. You guys got to fight this. Or move here. Get legally. Get your, do what you got to do. Because I'm telling you something. The intrusion that's going on right now in the UK into people's lives, telling people that we're gonna come, we'll send the bobbies over, you know what I mean? And they're gonna come over and arrest you because of a comment, because you called somebody an asshole. My God, they'd have 10 warrants on me every night. I love calling people asshole. I think it's crazy. I mean, free speech it's sacred here. And it should be sacred there. Even in Canada, the Canadian Charter of Rights holds up pretty good. But I don't know, man. The UK, I don't know. It sucks. It's like, I don't think you guys have those protections. I don't know. Yeah, do you believe that, Standard? Wow. He was in Florida. I can literally sling an AR-15 and walk to the Circle K and get a soda. This is Florida, baby. I can strap on my 9 and go to the mall. I can only imagine what it's like. My Lord. That's nuts. Especially considering where he was 100% legal to do what he was doing. How could you be arrested for something that you did somewhere that's not illegal where you did it? That's not freedom. Head case, you are 100% correct. Free speech does not protect popular speech. Free speech protects unpopular speech. Free speech protects the speech that you don't want to hear. You are a free speech advocate when you fight for someone to call you a name. I let people call me Nazis in my own chat room because I try very hard not to ban people because I hate that. I would rather you call me a Nazi than lose the ability to call you a Nazi. And that's just the way I look at it. And I don't call people Nazis, but you know what I mean. I want the ability to use the words that I need to use to get my point out. I don't use the F word much, but when I need to use it, boy, I fly it. I know the charter in Canada is not quite as good as the Constitution here, but it's actually pretty good. But I also know that your country up there is not as staunch about the Canadian Charter of Rights being the letter of the law like we are here. Our Constitution is king. That I've seen that piece of paper twice, and I cried both times. That is the most important piece of paper in the world, the Constitution of the United States, because you know what? You know what makes that document so special? You know what makes that document so incredible is the fact that it's not a listing of things you can do. It's a listing of things that your government can't do. That's what makes it special. It doesn't say you're allowed to do this. It says government will make no law restricting you from doing this. And that's what makes that document so special. They didn't write rules for us. They wrote rules for themselves. That's what makes this country so special. That's what makes that document so special. It was not rules for you. It was not rules for thee. It was rules for me. I'm telling you, we had some very special people at very critical moments in this country's past. Very critical people. I agree with you, Standard. I agree with you. They don't give a shit about the Constitution. Look at the tyrannical things that they did when they were in power. They tried to enforce speech on us. They would ban our Facebook pages and our YouTube pages if we even mentioned COVID-19. It was terrible. It sucked. And we finally got all that shit gone. You can't do that. If I don't like something, I'm allowed to say I don't like it. Yeah, we've got indoctrination problems here, just like you've got indoctrination problems there, and just like our friends in Canada have it going on there. These schools are run by leftists. We have to get that, and it has to end. I mean, from the doctorate program right down to pre-K, we have got to end the indoctrination of our students. That Standard, that was another one that I used to rail against that. You're preventing my church from having an outdoor service with the seats 6 feet apart and a pastor on a big outdoor speaker band, and you arrest the preacher for doing it. Not in Florida, by the way. That was some other state. But yet in that same state, I think it was Minnesota, in that same state, they could have George Floyd protests. Nobody's wearing masks. Nobody cares. They're not 6 feet apart. So your religion's okay and mine's not? What kind of bullshit is that? Oh my God, here we go. If you keep typing all caps, we will ban you. If you want to type in normal letters, type in normal letters. Because your speech is no more important than anyone else's. So please stop typing in all capital letters. As far as the statement you made, that's ignorant. And you're stupid for saying it. Okay? That's how simple that is. Okay? Trump's the one person that actually kicked that asshole out of his house way back before the island even happened. You don't know what you're talking about, okay? It's plain and simple. So don't come in here with the usual, I'm typing in caps because I'm a liberal and I'm important. All right? Trump's doing a good job right now, so just get off it. I love when trolls come in here, so troll away. As a matter of fact, make sure that before you flip me off and drive away in your mom's car, okay, make sure that you call me a Nazi and Hitler, please. My Lord, Trump started the war with Iran because he's a child molester. That doesn't even make sense. So child molesters like starting wars? How does that even make sense in your world? You're just a stupid troll. That's probably what he's doing. Is he's trying to get me to ban him. I'll only ban you for the capital letters. Because, and I'll tell you why. I have a hard-on about capital letters, and I have a hard-on about 50 million emoticons. I don't mind 3 or 4 emoticons, and I don't mind 2 or 3 capital words. But when you type in all capital letters, what you're saying to the rest of us is, wait a minute, my speech is better than yours. And what you're doing is you're standing in a room full of people that all have opinions, and everybody's opinion is valid. And you're standing in the room and you're screaming louder than everybody else. And it's rude. It's rude. It's something that these younger generations tend to do because they believe that what they're saying is more important than what you're saying. And he types the word Epstein. Epstein, the guy that Bill Clinton used to have a room in his house. Bill Clinton used to spend so much time on that island. Yeah, but please don't hold it against me. I mean, Bill Clinton seriously used to live with that guy because he got Bill Clinton everything he wanted. Yet Trump kicked him out of the place years and many decades ago, and he's somehow all tied in with this. Let me tell you something. If Joe Biden had access to damning information about Donald Trump, don't you think they would have done something about it? They trumped up charges in 4 different locations. They literally lied to try to arrest Trump and put him in prison. They literally broke the rules to try to put Trump in prison. They did everything to try to get Trump out of the picture. They were so afraid that Trump was going to win, and he did, twice. And they were so afraid for 4 years. For 4 years, that senile old bastard had those files. He had every one of those files, okay? And he had complete access to them. And he had his people comb through them. And they found nothing in there that damned Trump, because if they did, it would have come out. It would have been huge. It would have been huge. But it never happened. Why not? Because there's no there. And now they've released hundreds of thousands of documents. You got the document release you wanted. And still not happy, because all it mostly shows is Democrats in there. The guy apparently preferred Democrats. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at me, capital letters. I'm calling our president a pedophile for absolutely no reason at all. Stupid is what it is. It's stupid. Stupid. Are you still here? Are you still here, liberal? Please come back if you're still here, because I want to welcome you to Trump and All. Trump and All is an amazing product for liberals just like you. Trump and All, taken daily, will keep you from being such an ignorant jerk all the time. Trump and All is some amazing stuff. It'll really make you feel better about your country. It'll make you wave a flag upside up. It'll make you do everything right. And for someone like you, I strongly recommend MAGA Strength, MAGA Trump and All. This is the MAGA Strength stuff. This is the big pill. This one will take care of you. Take 2 or 3 of these, and man, you'll be starting a nuclear family. You'll be trying to go out and be an entrepreneur. Next thing you know, you'll get off your ass and get a job. It's going to be amazing. MAGA Strength, Trump and All, absolutely amazing. And for sometimes assholes like you, what you really need is something to stick up that ass, and there you go. It's a fast-acting Trump suppository. So try that today. Hopefully that'll work. You cram that up there and you'll be feeling better about the country in no time. That'll be the most patriotic asshole on your whole street. I guarantee it right there. So try that. And if you miss when you put it in, try the butthurt cream, because the butthurt cream will straighten you right out. Okay, this is some good stuff. It'll clean that whole butthole out and get it all free of all that liberal garbage that's in there. And so try that. It's the butthurt cream. And if you're not seeing straight, which apparently is a problem, try Trump Drops, because Trump Drops amazingly will make you begin to see properly again, and you'll get to actually see what's going on. You'll see CNN for the bullshit that it actually is, okay? So try Trump Drops today, but caution, when you use these things, you're going to see reality, and this reality is going to scare you. It's literally going to frighten you when you see reality for the first or maybe even the second time. So watch out for that. And the same thing goes for your ears. You need to fix your ears. MAGA ears. Just a few drops in each ear, and next thing you know, you will hear bullshit when you hear it. You'll understand that all this bullshit you've been doing all this time is just that, BS. You know what I mean? And you'll start to see the inflatable animals walking back and forth in front of the ICE detention center as the lunacy horseshit that it actually is. I think it's absolutely amazing. MAGA Drops will fix you right up today. You should get that. And for a good night's sleep, for God's sake, get some Trump PM, because Trump PM will fix you right up. This shit will make you sleep all night. You'll be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You'll be pissing red, white, and blue. You'll wake up with a flagpole just looking for a flag. I'm telling you, this stuff is really good. Trump PM, you will have dreams all night about patriotism, and you'll wake up loving your country. Trump PM is some absolutely amazing stuff. And guess what? If you've been overreacting, if you've been walking back and forth way too much at the ICE center, if you've been standing in front of cops or driving your car through police lines, you might have some injuries. you might need some of the new overreaction ointment. Overreaction ointment is great. You just liberally apply this shit to any place that's hurting because of all the stuff you're doing, overreacting to everything all the time. And Trump overreaction ointment will help you. It'll soothe the fire. It'll put away the lunacy. It'll make you feel better about your country. That's Trump and all. Overreaction ointment, get some today. And if you're a woman and it's that time of month, I'm just going to put this out there, but try the MAGA Midol. It's great. It calms that uterus down for a few hours, and it will make everything much better in your life. And if your asshole's the problem, which I think it is, okay, Preparation Orange is the best. Man, this shit is awesome. Preparation Orange, you just smear the orange shit liberally right up your butthole, and next thing you know, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna want to go out and get a job. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to go and get a job today. I'm going to actually go and be a useful part of society for a change. I may want to actually find a significant other and get married and settle down and get a house. It's going to be amazing. All because of some orange shit you put up your ass. It's just absolutely amazing. That's Preparation Orange, the most amazing crap you'll ever see until you get to this. Broken dick guys, I haven't thought about that. But hey, you know, you might have a problem with your little puppy down there doing his thing. So I'm telling you, what you need is MAGA. Listen, with MAGA, it's going to be huge. You know what I mean? It's going to be amazing. You need to show her your commander-in-chief and make sure she understands the power of the commander-in-chief, all right? And besides, she wouldn't be a bitch all the time at these protests if you'd throw her some sometimes. So take some of the blue pill, take MAGA, and make that pecker go crazy and give it to her all night. You'll feel much better about America, and you'll feel much better about your sex life. That's the entire line of Trump and All products available all over the world. CVS Pharmacy, Walmart, Chuck E. Cheese, Radio Shack, and it's also available at Buc-ee's all along the interstate, and now available at Circle K and 7-Eleven. You can buy Trump and All anywhere, so you can put away that lunacy anytime. Isn't that amazing? Trump and All, the sponsor of this show. Thank you, Trump and All. See, I run them off. I get a troll and I can't keep them. Does anybody else have that problem? Is it covered by health insurance? I don't know. Since most of these people are on government health insurance, we'd have to look. We'd have to see if their government health card will cover it or not. Yeah, my voice is God, dude. I just totally wrecked it right there, but that's all right. It was worth it. It was good. It was good. Oh, my Lord. Did we get one back from last night? Yeah, it should be covered under Obamacare, right? Oh, man. I run trolls off, dude. When they come in, I chase them out like a rabid dog with foam coming out of my mouth. Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, I love running trolls off. I used to deal with them. I used to ignore them. I've tried all the different things. You know what's best for trolls? Literally troll them back harder than they're trolling you. That's what you do. Launch day, 9:43 p.m. tonight. Looks like we've got a launch. This is the last flight of the Alpha rocket in its current configuration before the full configuration upgrade for the upcoming flight number 8. This is the Alpha Firefly. It's launching from California, from Vandenberg, SLC Launchpad 2 Whiskey, And it's going to be launching at 9:43 p.m. tonight, local time. That's my local time. And we should still be on. That's about 45 minutes from now. So we'll stay on and we'll see if this is going to launch tonight. Right now, the video is listed as private, which is weird. But I'm going to pull it up and stand by. We'll see if I'll make sure we cover this if it goes up while we're here still. Oh my God, everybody's released a bunch of new videos about this new Star Trek. Guys, I just want to make sure everybody remembers that the new Star Trek that Alex Kurtzman made is absolute drivel. And the man needs to be drummed out of town backwards on a horse. This guy is disgusting, okay? Alex Kurtzman, you prick. You have ruined Star Trek. Thank you. You guys don't want to know how I really feel. Okay, yeah, and that link that Jungle Jordy just put in, that link will bring you to me doing that commercial. So if you want to see that commercial again, I did a slower, more methodical version of that commercial with music and the cards at the beginning and the end and all that. And it's posted at that link. If you click, you can send that link to your friends, and they'll be able to see that whole Trump and all routine that I just did. Yep. I think I want to do some ads. I want to do some ads for Trump and all that have like I want it to start out with like two blue-haired liberals walking through the forest, and they're all like freaking out or something, and then I'm gonna say, are you all liberal? Are you all freaking out? Well, guess what? There's help. And then about halfway through it, it just lists side effects for the rest of the ad. The new Trump and all. At the end, it'll say something like, causes overwhelming conservatism, patriotism beyond control, upright flag flying, and just have like a whole bunch of that shit all listed out, and then end it with anal bleeding. I sound like a gamer. You don't want to know what games I play. I do. I play a couple hours a week. There's one game I play. I work on YouTube most of the time, and I also produce the Big Talk radio show here in town. So I'm busy all the time, and I don't play a lot of video games. However, that being said, I like a game that's 26 years old now, 27 years old now. I play Command and Conquer General 0 Hour. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I've got all the mods. There's mods that have just been made in the last few years. I've got all the special maps. I've got everything. So it's kind of a modern game, but it's playing on a very old platform type of thing. But I love it. I love that game. And I played GTA, a couple different versions of that a few times. I like to drive around town. But the point is I don't play a lot of video games. Yeah, back to the news desk. What do you want to hear? Nothing's changed. Whew. Man, oh man. And I'm still checking. I have not gotten any emails from anybody, I don't think. Nope. All right, so let's go to here. All right, we just did the news a little while ago, but let me take a quick check here. Iran attacks spark chaos as 1,000 plus ships hit by electronic warfare. Oh, this is interesting. Hormuz erupts, attacks, jamming, GPS jamming, Houthi threats, rock straits, and amid U.S.-Israeli strikes. So this is a mess right here. Maritime authorities now reporting explosions and fires aboard commercial vessels as shipping companies reroute services. The Strait of Hormuz region became a flashpoint Sunday as U.S.-Israeli strikes under Operation Epic Fury triggered electronic warfare activity and multiple attacks on vessels along one of the world's most critical energy waterways. The sudden escalation followed a February 20th warning from the U.S. Maritime Authority. This was an earlier story, but they've added this whole thing about the electronic warfare. You know what that is? That's EMP pulses. You float a boat out there, and you touch off an EMP pulse on that boat, and it disables all the boats around it. Well, Golden Eagle, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am. I'm good. I'm actually coming out with merch for Trump and all. I'm going to have a whole line of merch. I'm even looking at replicating the stuff. Wouldn't it be cool if I could actually literally buy some paste that doesn't do anything and have it in the tube with the Trump and all label and everything on it? So I'm looking at that. There's even you can buy placebo pills in a bottle and have it all labeled and everything. So I'm actually looking at weird, funny products. Wouldn't it be funny if you could have an actual bottle of the Trump and all on your desk at work? I mean, stuff like that, you know? I'm looking to actually do some really funny, satire gifts. Satire stuff. I have no idea. He's already gotten around that whole thing with the Supreme Court. He's doing it another way now. It doesn't matter. So anything that was going on before is probably still going on now. I don't care. I don't cash government handouts. I never took any of them. I don't. I won't do it. I don't take any government handouts. They sent me 3 or 4 different batches of money through COVID and all that. I never cashed it. Never used it. Yeah, there's a lot of demand for Trump and all. There's a lot of demand. Trump and all gummies. That maybe like a vitamin gummy. Trump and all vitamin gummy bears. Vitamin A through FU. That's funny. Yeah, there'll be a Trump tax on there. Oh my God. Maybe that's what we need is pills that'll flush you out and get out all the bullshit. Chump. So we're calling him Chump now, huh? What a wonderful mess. You know, I love it. So we're back to here we go, another troll in here. There's always a troll. I like it though. You know, trolls help my algorithms big time. You know, you get just as much credit for a thumbs down as you do a thumbs up. And when people are in your chat room and they're pissing off all your other people that are in your chat room and everybody's chatting back and forth, they end up sending the video out to more people. And the liberals come in here and they call us names, they call us Nazi and everything else. And what they're actually doing is helping us get the conservative word out even further. So I think it's great. So let's keep going. I'm a pathological liar now, apparently. Oh, I'm a poor chump scum. I'm not sure what that means. And a Timu Nazis. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what language you're in here. How many do you have watching you, Dan? How's your channel doing, huh, buddy? How's your channel doing? You doing good? Giving me a hard time. I got 27,000 subs. I've been doing this for a while. Oh, you got 2 subscribers. Dan, you got 2 subscribers, you and your mom. That's so awesome, dude. That's awesome that you and your mom got 2 subscribers. That's awesome. Wow. I love when someone who's accomplished nothing comes in here and berates me for what I've accomplished. Yeah, go screw yourself, dude. Yeah, I mean, he even stole his name from Steely Dan, for Christ's sake. Just a reminder, guys, no capitals. If you put it all in caps, we take it out. Your speech is just as important as mine. And so the only way you can chat in my chat room is if you chat like everybody else with regular speech. Not because I police speech, because I want equal speech. So please understand. A bloated dope. That's cool. That's the best you got? Why don't you do a show? I mean, if you're so much better at it than I am, why don't you do a show? I've been in broadcasting 15 years. Why don't you do a show? I'm a retired fire chief, former law enforcement officer. I've got a college degree. I think you guys probably, maybe, might consider that before you come in here and just start calling people stupid. Wow, I got thunder outside the studio. I have not heard thunder here in months. That is awesome sauce. The heavy rain missed me, but I am getting some light rain. Oh my God, Dan, you are something else, dude. Yeah, this is a weekend shirt. It's an old radio station shirt. I've got about 40 of them. Yep. I've worked in radio for 15 years. And I've got probably 10 different radio station shirts. Probably 20 shirts from 10 different stations. I got a bunch from the station I work at now. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. You know what gets me is these trolls come in here and this is all they got. This is all they got. They can't do anything. They can't affect anything. No one in here is going to believe or listen to anything they say. And at the end, all they're doing is helping my algorithms. You realize you brought my chat rate from 2 up to 7 or 8. So you're helping me. And now my viewers are going up. Why are my viewers going up right now? My viewers are going up because you brought my chat rate up. When you brought my chat rate up, YouTube brings my impressions up. When YouTube brings my impressions up, new people find my channel, and we get the conservative word out to more people. So I just want to say thank you for that. It's awesome. You made me melt down? When was this? Has this happened yet? I know you guys kind of live a weird life there, but has this happened yet? Look at you, man. Keep going. Keep putting it in there. The chat rate's up to 9. Keep going. You don't realize, but you're helping me get out the conservative word, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, invite your friends back. I love trolls. I love trolls. Because I need them to help me get my page out to more people. I really, really want to get my message out. Look at this. We just crossed 100 viewers. We'll be at 200 viewers before long. The last time I had 3 or 4 good trolls in here, we're yelling back and forth. Things are going great. I get 1,200 viewers. So keep going, please. I've gotten 7 subscribers in the last 20 minutes. Keep going. Hey, what's up? Oh, we've got this guy that stole his name from a band from the 70s, and he is he's one of these people that just likes to use all the most extreme things possible. Trump's a pedophile, all that kind of stupid shit. What they do when they come in and they immediately start talking like that is they immediately show everybody in the chat room, hey, I'm an idiot. Hey, I'm a dope. I'm not that smart, so don't get crazy with me. Hey, man. I think Donald Trump's like literally Hitler. I think Donald Trump's like a socialist or a communist or a fascist. Oh, I don't understand all the ists. The word you're looking for is capitalist, but that's okay. A felon, rapist, pedophile. The felon was trumped up charges. We all know that now. That's all going away. And never raped anybody, no pedophile. As a matter of fact, just so everybody knows, okay, Joe Biden had those files for 4 years. He had those files for 4 years. Never brought nothing out. Right? So what's the deal? Why if all this exists, why is it not out? Why did Joseph Robinette Biden, the senile old prick, not bring all this stuff out? Why didn't he do it? He didn't do it because there's no there. Trust me, they pulled out all the stops. They lied, they cheated, they stealed, they make up, they did all kinds of things to get this man put in jail, to get this man drug into court, to get this man to where he was ineligible to run for president, and it all failed. And in the end, it will all be seen as a fail. And now what we have is he's in office, he got the job, and all that was for nothing. He looks like it looks like complete idiots now going after this man over and over and over and over and over again. Do you think they would have done all that if they had something in the Epstein files? Do you really think if they had something that would have got him, if he was in those files, if there was pictures of him, if there was facts of him going somewhere, doing something, if there was emails alluding to something, don't you think that would have come out? 100% yes. Because Joseph Robinette Biden had those files. He had them. And he didn't release them. If he had them and he didn't release them, then there's nothing there. There's no there. Because they did anything they could to get him. Who was in there was Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton basically had a room at the place. All right? Kind of crazy, actually. Bill Clinton spent a lot of time with this man. Wow. Crazy stuff, man. So get it right, okay? Let's get it right. I can't stand when trolls come in here and they just keep throwing out he's a pedophile. Do you say, what if somebody said that about your child? What if somebody said that about your mother, your father? I mean, that's how stupid this is. You're literally saying something that you yourself know is not true. You know it's not true. But it doesn't matter what's true because you're a leftist and you're a troll. So it doesn't matter what's true. What would you like to discuss about Iran? I've been through the news twice. I'll be glad to go through it again if you guys want. Yeah, everybody's taking breaks. We've been on for a while. We've been on for about 5.5 hours, 6 hours today, and we're going to be on for a couple more. We're watching a launch coming up here in just a little while. We're going to have that. They haven't got the video going yet, so I don't know. It says it's starting March 1st at 9:49 p.m. The launch is at 9:56. That's cutting it a little close, isn't it? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna run down through it again here. This is the The latest on what's going on right now, the Strait of Hormuz, there has been electronic attacks and also conventional attacks on both public and private vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. And so it looks like when they say electronic warfare, they're not being very specific, but that's probably electromagnetic field weapons or, EMP weapons. And so that's not good. That could be, I don't know who's using those weapons or what's going on, but that's just not good. All right, so let's go down through the live updates. At this hour, Israel has expanded offensive with new waves of coordinated strikes in Iran and Lebanon. Israel continues to carry out strikes against Iran as part of a massive joint military offensive with the U.S. known as Operation Epic Fury. President Donald Trump warned Iran against retaliating following a series of attacks during which Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah al-Khamenei was killed. U.S. Gulf nations call Iran attacks dangerous escalation. The U.S. and several Gulf allies issued a joint statement condemning what they described as allies' indiscriminate and reckless missile and drone attacks across the region. They literally were just lobbing bombs into neighboring sovereign countries. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. Calling the strike a dangerous escalation, the statement issued by the government of the United States, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates signaled a unified front against Tehran and underscored deepening regional coordination in response to Iran's cross-border missile and drone attacks. So everyone's joining up. Do you guys see what's going on? Even the UK is letting us use their bases. Now we've got all these countries in the Middle East now. They're like, look, they're attacking us. So, so lots of support for the United States there. I like to see that. Looks like after 47 years, Iran's regime is now showing some signs of cracking under pressure. For the first time in nearly 5 decades, the Iranian regime's grip on power appears to be cracking, and the Iranian people, long suppressed by what critics call a brutal Islamic system, are seizing what some see as a historic opening to demand freedom and regime change. Iran-American communication strategist Sarah Ravini said the moment marks a turning point. Let's see here. And I think it is definitely a turning point. Now, does that mean it's going to create a vacuum and we're going to end up with somebody worse? That's always the possibility. I hate to say it. But, big games, big risks. That's how it works. Now, this is another one. FBI officials issuing warnings here in the United States. The U.S. military operation against Iran could trigger retaliatory threats inside the homeland, according to cyber attacks, including cyber attacks, sleeper cells, and radicalized lone actors sympathetic to Iran, according to former senior Homeland Security official. This former acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf told Fox News, the big weekend show, on Sunday that when the United States conducts official operations overseas, officials must anticipate the possibility of blowback here at home. Anytime there is offensive operations by the United States government overseas, you have to anticipate that somehow, some way, there's going to find a way back here to the homeland, or at least you need to prepare for that eventuality. Wolf said the Department of Homeland Security has previously responded to similar scenarios by raising its protective posture in areas such as cybersecurity, border security, and aviation security. Wolf said the most concerning threat vectors include potential Iranian cyber attacks and activity by sleeper cells or lone individuals inside the United States who may be sympathetic to Tehran, or caused or could carry out violence against everyday Americans. Acknowledging the difficulty in preemptively stopping such threats is a real big problem. You guys have to understand how difficult this is. To stop something that hasn't started yet, it's not easy. Yeah, no, we've known this for a long time, that there's sleeper cells here for sure. I mean, obviously. Watch out for cars here. They'll run us over and just keep on driving. Oh, that lead farmer, he just hates Trump. That's all there is to it. He's got Trump derangement syndrome. Some people can't even explain why they hate Trump. They just hate him. Some people have a disdain for success. Some people hate people that win all the time unless they're a winner. You know, a lot of it's, I think, that. And there's a lot of other things, too. I think, you know, I think Trump brings out the best and the worst in people. Okay, Northern Hillbilly, if you keep putting caps in, we're going to ban you. I don't do the capital letter thing. When you type in capital letters, it's because you feel that your speech is more important than everybody else's. And I have a free speech chat room, but I only do that if you are typing like everybody else and your speech has the same emphasis as everyone else's. So please just don't use the capital letters. Now, what did you type? Wake up out of your mega bubble. I'm not in a mega bubble. But enjoy your war. First of all, this war has been going on for a very long time. I think he's actually going to end it, is what he's going to do. Number one. Okay? Number two, you guys accusing us of being in a bubble is laughable. Okay? When you guys sit on those social media sites and just literally listen to yourself shit and fart, that's absolutely amazing that you would even say that. Jusa and Israel are parasites on the world. So you're a Jew hater. Okay, I get that. So you're a racist. Get lots of body bag for the most peaceful pedophile president. Oh my God. And he's calling him a pedophile president. So what you got here, guys, is another absolute moron that has Trump derangement syndrome. I'll never understand these people they're just stupid. They need Trump and all. They literally need something to calm down that uterus, man. They need something that's going to calm down that uterus so they can start thinking straight. Because this is a big problem in this country, that a lot of people out there, they think whatever they're told. They're sheeple. They're going to go around and call Trump a pedophile. Someone who has never even been accused by anyone of doing anything, and they're going to call him a pedophile. Someone who's never been charged, someone who's never had any issues, someone who's never had any problem, and yet they're going to charge that for him. That is absolutely nuts. But that's when you're dealing with the left, you're not dealing with intelligence a lot of times. You're dealing with people that literally just keep repeating the same thing. Northern Hillbilly, this is your last warning. If you type in all capital letters again, you will be banned from the channel. Okay? Your speech is not more important than everyone else's. I'm going to speak slow because I think you're a little slow. Okay? My God. You are an angry, confused little man. Listen, stop with the capital letters. If you want to still type your stupid diatribe in here, you certainly are welcome to do that, but you're not going to do it in all capital letters because your speech is not more important than anybody else's. It's even not as truthful as anybody else's. So I don't think there's any reason for people to even read it, but I'm going to allow it. He does need the Trump suppositories. I think those might help. So yeah, I'm changing my prescription for you. I think you need to ram about 5 of these up your ass is what you need to do. I think this is going to help you quite a bit. You just put these up there and suddenly you'll feel better. Suddenly you won't be... I know, Carlotta, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to ban him. All I want is everyone in my chat room to have the same amount of weight in their conversations with me. That's all. Yep, lay off the moonshine and turn your cap lock off. It's not a big deal. I think a lot of people do it just because they're always angry and they're always yelling and they just leave the cap lock on all the time. I really think that's part of it. I think Common Core is probably part of it too. These younger generations, they have no common sense at all. They literally have no common sense at all. Many of them have no critical or deep thinking skills whatsoever. They think deep thinking is something AI does if you click that extra button. I do. I read the chats. I read all your chats. If I'm busy reading news, I might miss a few. If I take a break, I might miss a few, but I try to read every chat in here because your chats are important to me. What you say is important to me, even if I don't agree with it. Because it's the speech you don't like that you have to protect. Okay? That's what free speech is. If it makes you feel better to sit in your mom's basement and call me a Nazi, then by all means, make it so, number one. The left is always angry. Do you know that there's actually been studies done just recently? If you identify as a person on the left, you are 7 times more likely to take antidepressant medications. That says everything you need to know right there. People on the left, they see shrinks at 4 times the rate that people on the right do. Why is that? Why? What could possibly create that problem? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's because we're happy with the country. We like the country. I want the country to stay the way it is. I want it to still be the bastion of freedom. I want it to still be the source of all invention. I still want this to be an amazing country. They don't. They don't. They're out protesting all the time against law and order, against our very sovereignty. They are out there every day protesting against our country. They're out there protesting against getting rid of people that don't belong here, just like Bill Clinton did, just like Barack Obama did, just like the Bushes did, just like Ronald Reagan did. We need to get rid of all the people in this country that came here uninvited and unannounced. Period. And I don't understand why every time there's a group of people that are doing something wrong, the left loves them. Joe Biden pardoned thousands of people. Many of them were murderers, rapists. He pardoned people that did heinous crimes, robbed banks, beat up women. He let people go that did all kinds of shit. What is the fetish that the left has with people who are violent thugs, with people who are bullies, with people who are criminals? What is it with people who are terrorists? They love Hamas. They hate Jewish people. What is it? What is it? They love the bad guys. They have a fetish for the guy that wears the black hat. I don't understand it. I'll never understand why people on the left can't be patriots and love their country like people on the right. It's because they hate their country. They don't like their country. They're confused. They've been indoctrinated. They feel that communism's going to be better. Those commies that were their teachers in school have convinced them that communism is the way. My father used to say, one day we'll fight those commies. My father was right. It was just not the form we thought it was. They're not marching over the border with guns. But we're still fighting communism. We're fighting it every day. It's in the form of this. These communists going out there every day protesting the very thing that keeps our sovereign nation secure. The very thing that makes us a sovereign nation is our borders and the protection of those borders. And they're literally out there every day protesting law and order, protesting the law and order that the people that they and their parents and their grandparents voted into office and made the laws, and they're out there enforcing those laws. And somehow now they're wrong because the bad guy's the good guy now. Joe Biden, the senile guy, is the good guy. Donald Trump, the guy that brought inflation all the way down beyond normal levels, is the bad guy. Okay? This is it. Hamas, the terrorists, they're the good guy. The Jewish people who were oppressed and had a Holocaust served on them, you guys think they're the bad guys. It's just back freaking assward, okay? You guys don't like Donald Trump, who lets you protest every night, who protects your constitutional rights to protest against him every night. But you like that bastard Venezuelan guy. You guys, Maduro, you guys were all save Maduro, save Maduro. He's a king. He's a dictator. He's also a drug runner. Why do you like the bad guy all the time? Why do you have a fetish for bad guys? Why does the left have a fetish for people who are bad people? For murderers and everybody else? Why do they like these people? I don't understand. I don't get it. There's no reason to like bad people, okay? There's just not. And I don't understand it. Why the Republicans are always standing up for what's good and what's righteous. They're standing up for babies in the womb, while the left is lobbying and fighting to be able to end it. Think about that. It's disgusting. No matter what it is, it's left and right. No, it's not. It's right and wrong. The left is always on the side of the bad guy. They're always on the side of the illegal. They're always on the side of the criminal. They're always on the side of the undesirables. They're always on the side of the freaks, the people who are different, the people that don't like anything, the socialists, the fascists, the communists. They're always on the side of people that are un-American. People that don't like what we have here, which is capitalism. They don't like a representative republic. They don't like the way we do business here. And so their entire goal in life is to change this country that's the best country in the world. And their goal is to change it. What is wrong with people? Don't you see that we've got it made here? Don't you see that this is a great country with a president that loves it? We're cooking with gas right now. We've got this border getting secure. We've got things going on. The economy is stabilizing. Inflation is going down. I mean, they've released 10,000 felony criminals on our streets. The damage that's been done, not to mention the 16 or 20 million illegals that they've let into our country. The damage that's been done by Joseph Robinette Biden over the last 4 years is disgusting. And we're going to have to survive that as a country. We're going to have to get over that. It's going to take years. It's going to take a decade to get over the damage that senile bastard did to my country. And I'm pissed about it. Donald Trump's worked his ass off for a year, and he's gotten a lot done. Gas is down $1.10 a gallon. Eggs have started to come down. Inflation's dropped down below nominal rates. My Lord, if you can't see that, you've got Trump derangement syndrome. You literally have a disconnect with reality. It's a disconnect with reality. My Lord, I listen to these stupid trolls that come in here, and I know some of them are stupid trolls. They don't even care about politics. They don't even know anything about politics. They're just trying to get me going. Well, that's fine. I'm going. And when I get going, people watch, and that's fine with me, because people need to hear what I got to say when I get like this. Because what I'm saying is, you're living in the best country in the world right now. Why would you want to change it? As Barack Obama would say, oh, fundamentally change it all. He wants to fundamentally change everything. Joe Biden wanted to fundamentally change everything. Why? Why would you fix something that's not broke? Why would you take a brand new car to the auto shop? Why would you take something that's working great and try to fix it? And then try to apply a socialist logic, for Christ's sake. Socialism has failed everywhere it's been tried. It's failed everywhere it's been tried. But yet they want to try it again. And when you ask them in a debate, which I've done, when you ask them, why is it that you feel that socialism and communism will work this time when it's never worked anywhere else on any scale? And you know what their answer is? It just hasn't been done right yet. So in other words, it's a really bad plan unless they're doing it, and then it's probably okay, I guess. Think about how stupid this is. Why would you take a country that's already working great and try to change it into something that's never worked anywhere? It's because it's the left. These are the people that had queers for Hamas. Hamas kills queers. They had groups raising money for groups that kill the groups that raise the money. My God, they're stupid. They're stupid. Joe, please stop using capital letters in all the emoticons or we will ban you. I can't say it too many times. Your speech is no more important than anyone else's. I appreciate it, Joe. If you're supporting me, I appreciate that, but please, no capital letters. I don't like that because everybody's speech in here is just as important. And if everybody spoke in caps, the thing would roll so fast we wouldn't get to read everything. And also the 50 emoticons, too. That just makes it really difficult. Cover up for Epstein pedophile protector. See, this is the stupid shit you get. That's just an ignorant, moronic statement. Again, nothing was in those files that implicates Trump in anything, because if there was, Joseph Robinette Biden would have used that to get Trump. Don't you see that? Are you not intelligent enough to understand the chain of logic there? I could maybe make a graphic or something. Do you think a graphic would help? Maybe if I did like an algorithm, would you guys, or I don't know, maybe you Kamala Harris people would prefer I did a Venn diagram. Would you prefer that? I'll do a Venn diagram that will explain everything. I love those. My Lord. It's absolutely amazing to me that they have no argument. They just keep saying the same. He's a Nazi, he's a pedophile, he's an idiot, whatever. You can keep saying all that all you want. None of that makes a difference. None of that makes any difference at all when it comes to Joe Biden, when it comes to Donald Trump, when it comes to the direction of the country. You can keep spewing all of these things out. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is helping my algorithms. My chat rate's up to 15. That's amazing. Keep it up. Keep going. I love it. And look, our viewer rate's going up too. You leftists don't realize when you come in here and you come in here and try to do me hard, okay? Doesn't work, first of all right? I run the debate club, brother. Number two, you come in here with all this horse shit. You know what it does? It stimulates my audience to respond back to you. And do you know what that does? Between your useless antics and my audience telling you how stupid you are, what it does is it actually increases my algorithms. Yeah, my heart rate's up. Sure it is. I love this. I'm pumped. I'm not pissed. I'm happy. I'm pumped. I love debating. I love debating because you know why? I have the moral high ground. I have the educational high ground. I have the political high ground. Okay? So I don't know what you guys literally fight from the bottom up. You're bottom feeders. You're the ones that want to change everything. All right? You're the ones that are never, you're malcontents. You're never happy with anything, and that's just, you're fine with that. That's fine. I don't know how to take that lead, farmer. We'll just leave it there. Yeah. Yes, I'm a master debater. You better believe it. Yeah, a masturbator is something totally different. He actually puts the meat on the hook for you when you're on the boat. Right. Yeah. Look, I love this stuff, all right? And nothing gets me more passionate than saving my country from you people, okay? Nothing makes me more passionate than saving my country from the communist hordes, all right? Nothing. I don't know if that's some kind of an alarm. I think it's morning prayer, if I had to guess. Thank you for liking the video, guys. Thanks for the subs. I appreciate it. I've gotten a bunch of subs tonight. Thank you for that. Of course not. Lead farmer, I'm a former law enforcement officer, okay? I'm a retired fire chief. I served 20 years in public safety, okay? I went to police academy, all right? And so this whole thing about them murdering that woman is absolutely stupid. And anytime someone comes in and says that, I tell them they're stupid, because it just is. If you've not been to the police academy, how do you even know, okay? I'm telling you. When someone drives a vehicle towards you, you do exactly what that man did. And here's my thoughts on it. She created every bad thing that happened was created by her, okay? She created... I hate these fucking cameras. I'm going to get rid of these goddamn cameras. It keeps zooming in on me no matter what I keep doing. Everything is turned off. Human tracking is turned off. Everything is turned off, yet it will not, it just keeps doing things, and I don't want it to do anything. I've got it on a preset. It shouldn't do anything. Damn, I hate that shit. All right, so anyway, I'm really just so aggravated with these damn cameras. I spent $159 a piece on these cameras, and they're bullshit. They're complete bullshit. I love the cameras. I love the resolution. I love the pan tilt zoom. I love everything about them, except while I'm sitting here using it, it zooms in and moves around and does all this crazy shit for no reason at all. It's like a glitch. Oh my Lord. I've been looking there. They haven't turned the video on yet. Now I can't get the site to pull up. God damn this thing. It just says the video is private. It was supposed to